The Rap Roundtable.
Yes, sir. The Rap Roundtable returns with another edition, another rendition, another installment of the vaunted Lunch Hour. It's your boy Jarv here alongside Sincere the Rap Snob, alongside Dini the Balance.
Yo.
Mace might show up, he might not. We don't know yet. But you got us three for right now.
Yeah.
We didn't pop out for the live on Monday, but life was absolutely life-ing. We were slightly under the weather as well, but we're back on deck because we know y'all can't live without y'all Friday lunch hour.
We're here for y'all.
Rap Snob, Dini the Balance. We're going to get right into these topics. But before we do that, make sure you hit that like button, hit that comment, subscribe, help us stay within that algorithm. And real quick before we move on, a lot of y'all say y'all love real hip-hop. And listen, y'all be disappointed.
Listen.
Y'all disappoint me greatly. Y'all love real hip-hop. But every time we interview one of these rappers that represents the
No.
Hold on.
Remix.
It's not even. Hold on. No. Because I don't even want to disrespect Rome Streets. It's not one of these rappers.
Right. I was getting there.
Motherfucking streets, bro.
Y'all swear y'all love that Griselda
gourmet hip hop.
Y'all swear y'all love bars. Then we get Rome Streets to pull back up to this. Not even some streaming vibes. In studio, Rome Streets. Over an hour sit down. He's not giving none of these other podcasts 60 minutes of his time. Shit, Rap Radar couldn't even get this nigga a chair, nigga.
Hip-hop journalism.
Nasty word.
Hashtag.
Talk about it. We're going to get into that in a little bit later. But we had Rome Streets pull up to the Rap Roundtable, and a lot of y'all actively avoided the episode, which is mind-boggling because y'all swear y'all love bars and y'all want this culture protected. And then the guys who do what you like pull up. They say, "Oh, it's an interview. I don't want to watch that." And it's not even just the Rap Roundtable because Jaw pays into the whole space. Every time some of the other pods in this same algorithm have yes, y'all dub those episodes. I don't appreciate that. I'm speaking for all the hosts. I'm speaking for fucking Ease. I'm speaking for Mike and Coop. I'm speaking for Fresh Out. Stop dubbing these interviews. Y'all love to see us succeed and build up these brands, and y'all celebrate it. And part of the allure and the accolades of building the brand is getting access to these artists that we talk about. Only for y'all to not watch this shit.
And let me tell you how this shit is gonna work, right? We get an artist, right? A lyricist. He's moving needles out here.
Pause.
He's signing with one of the biggest collectives since like motherfucking Wu-Tang and
Talk
shit.
about it.
And if y'all dub it and we go hit up somebody else, we email another artist like, "Yo, come on to the show. Rome Streets was on," and this we're trying to build a resume here. And if they look at the views, they're gonna be like, "Oh, we might not." So this is all part of building our platform. And if you're a fan of us, you have to support what we do outside of just giving you these takes and giving you these rants and getting motherfuckers off our lawn or whatever the fuck. Y'all love the takes. Y'all love. I know rage is a currency out here. Y'all love it when we get angry at shit. But y'all also gotta support. When we support these artists and we have them on and we trying to give them a platform to speak their mind and let you know what they about, y'all gotta support that too. I'm dead ass. Y'all got me tight right now.
And it's not even like, I mean, anybody we bring on the platform is a certified wavy if we got them up there. But we got Rome fucking Streets though. You know what I'm saying? Like top tier lyricism, top tier artistry. Like Sid mentioned, one of the biggest collectives in hip hop right now. Might be, as far as like if you want the bars, might be The Collective, bro.
The Collective, because the impact is so strong to where that the elite industry niggas is biting these.
It's fucking with they wave, yeah.
Which we talked about on the podcast. If you would have tapped in, and be clear, like Dini said, it's top tier artistry. We're not trying to beat y'all over the head because we mad that y'all didn't pull up. So. But at the same time, it's because we know that y'all actively avoided it. You want to know why? I'll tell you the secret. YouTube tells us when our regular viewers choose to not watch certain things. So we know that y'all seen the shit. So, it's another interview. swipe, and if you would attach, you would have fucking realized that not only was it a Rome Streets interview, but it was a whole bundled episode 86. So you had another hour of the round table that you know and love was right there.
On deck.
It was right there.
Right beneath the surface.
But if you keep choosing to avoid these artist interviews, you're doing an injustice to the same platform that you helped build in the first place. You want your voices heard. You want hip hop to be represented the right way. You want to feel like these artists have an avenue to where they can push the conversation forward. But if you avoid these pods, and I speak for all of these pods, when we have these acts on, you're hurting the business. You're hurting the same movement you're trying to build up. Listen to what I'm saying.
The culture,
bro. You're the culture, bro.
And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be clear. It can't just be Nas, because I already know if we was lucky enough to get Nas on this podcast,
40K, bro,
or Nas,
100K.
Listen,
100K.
Anything Nas adjacent. Nature,
Nage,
you know what I mean? Mega,
Mega, AZ,
Havoc,
Hit Boy, numbers. It can't just be Nas.
Shit.
If y'all love this,
Nas's cousin that he didn't talk to for mad years.
What's the say? Nation like, used to talk about, you know what I mean?
MC Shan, like
bro. All I'm saying
man.
is we're doing this thing because we love rap. We love the rap that all of us grew up on. And we're trying to provide an avenue to present a certain energy from our region, New York, bring that energy to the forefront as best as possible because we're a podcast town. But we can't do that without your support. So stop ducking these interviews and fuck with these artists.
Not to mention the actual interview was fucking fire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that man was
insightful.
Talking,
like you ripped suspenseful, bro. Like we learned a lot of shit from a nigga that we know. You know what I'm saying?
We had interviews where we couldn't get shit out of a motherfucker, and the shit was like 15 minutes.
Bro.
We had an hour with this guy, and it was mostly him talking. So when you're done with this lunch hour, if you can't watch it right away, hit the watch later option, run those views up, support the Rap Roundtable, and let's get into this pod, fellas.
Let's go.
Speaking of rapping, Andre 3000 in this interview that won't ever go away says he still wants to rap. Even further, he says he would admire another OutKast album. I'm stunned by this. My socks flew off. My hat fell on the ground. I was bewildered because it's like, I thought you didn't want to rap no more. I thought you didn't want to rap about colonoscopies.
I thought you was over 40.
Word.
You didn't know what the fuck you rap about no more. What happened? What changed?
I'm confused.
The
you're already here.
The non-human side.
I'm here.
That's what it is.
Listen, I'd already gotten Andre off my lawn. He's gonna have to stay off my lawn, even after this. Look, first of all, I don't understand what's going on with this interview. Is there a full interview out there? Like, is this a full length interview, or are they just dropping little videos on social media here and there? Because the snippets and the stories keep changing up. I don't understand. You know what I mean? Like, just a couple weeks ago, you was like, I'm too old. I can't rap no more. I don't know what I'm going to rap about no more. My life is boring. What is there to rap about? Now, all of a sudden, you want to do another OutKast album? Listen, man, get your story straight, bro. Decide on something. I know you're a Gemini and everything, but, like, you gotta pick one way or another. You can't be playing both roads. You know what I mean? And at this point, honestly, I'm not holding my breath. Like, okay. I don't even really halfway believe this even. But I don't even hope for another OutKast album. OutKast has given us everything they could possibly give us. Big Boy has given us everything he could give us. Andre has not given us everything he could give us. But at this point,
I would just have to say pause for that last.
Yeah, same. Seriously, for
what you.
Yo,
we
don't want everything.
Yeah.
Artistically, I'm talking about artistically, musically. Come on.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Y'all fucking children, man. But musically and artistically, Andre has kept ducking the pressure of putting out this solo album, right? And I've had my cape on for the longest, and I've made all sorts of excuses for him. I am done. I can't make no more excuses for this guy, especially after he turned down every single invitation to Hip Hop 50 celebrations. No, I can't do it no more. So if you're gonna drop some type of rap album, it better be the solo rap album. Don't hide behind Big Boy no more. Don't split the load. Pause. With Big Boy. Like, it's gotta be all you. You know what I mean? I'm done. He's got me tight, bro. Andre got me tight. You alright over there?
Yeah, bro.
I know we missed the show on Monday, but you are making up for it.
Overtime already.
Yo, Dini, what you gotta say about this guy, bro?
Oh, like, he's who I thought he was, man. Wow. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of flip flopping, a lot of back and forth. I'm over it, man. I'm over it. I really am. The whole everything, bro. Like your man says, and my human side wants to make a rap album, bro. Like, so what is your alien side telling you, bro? Like, what is it? Like, what two dots are not connecting? Like, Jarv, I want to make the 100 episode of the Rap Roundtable, so let's make it. I want to, you know what I'm saying? So let's make it, bro. I want to. Like, so what's stopping you from making it? Like the whole, just everything, bro. Like, never was in my top 5. I'm not even gonna say this. This is what like brings it home for me, but this just confirms everything, bro. Almost damn near Shook to give us that solo album, bro. I can safely say now, Shook. It's been since 2006 since you put out a solo project. It wasn't even really a solo project. It was a collab album that just ended up being half his, half the other homies. You know what I'm saying? It's over, bro. Take the cape off, burn it, and then reincarnate it with a flute, and then burn it again. Do whatever you want to do, but it's over. And I hate to see it. It would be gratifying to put out a rap album. So gratify the masses, bro. Since the free world's asking you to do this, what's stopping this dude from doing this? And the reason he gave, bro, was one of the corniest reasons we've ever heard in our lives. When we see countless of people who are over the age of 40 blacking on records, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you actually look at the pinnacle of rap, like right now, who the niggas with the skills? It's really the niggas in their late 30s, 40s. So it's like, this is the best, the 50th year of hip hop. This is the best time for him to just come back and just cook. Like, there's no better time for this man than right now to cook, and his heart's not in it, bro. Like, it's hold the L. You know what I'm saying?
That's a hold fact. It. And you know what? I know that it's gonna be this whole rhetoric about, oh, here go the New York niggas talking about Andre 3000. Don't let the New York niggas talk about 3 Stacks.
It can't be that, because I've been caping for him for too long now.
You right. But don't let the facts get away with a good story.
Exactly.
But be clear, since we are the podcast capital of the world, according to Big Gip, we're gonna talk about Andre 3000 because yet again, it's conflicting messages. And you know what? I'm gonna give him a little bit of bail and say that he's living his inner conflict in the public's eye through this interview. Whereas I'm not sure if these guys are just meeting constantly and 3 Stacks just has the same outfit on. Or this is just one long interview. I feel bad for the interviewer because I know he left confused because it's like, does he want to rap? Does he not want to rap? Does he hate rap? Does he love hip hop? I just don't know.
I have a take about that, but go ahead.
You know what I mean? But to say all of these things, I can understand. We see the conflict. We see maybe a lack of confidence on display. So I'm going to shoot some bail. But now that I've gotten the bail out of the way, bro, if you got all this time and these thoughts, put it on paper. Get in a studio. Get around some niggas. Because sometimes, you know what? I can speak as bros. We can have moments where we just not in our bag. And we not in our right mind frame. Then we get to the studio, right? And as soon as the 4 of us get together in that studio, whatever was going on in that day, once you start cooking, that shit fly out the window. We start having some drinks. We go to the pizza spot after Dini roll up. He have a blast. And we forget about our problems, right? I feel like 3 Stacks needs to get out. If he's in isolation, he needs to get out of isolation, get around them dungeon bros, shit, give Big Gip a pen and pad, let him write some bars too, and get around some niggas and get your mojo back. Because now I'm convinced that he's lost his mojo. He's lost his way, and he's trying to find his way And part of this interview, maybe he's in a way reaching out to Big Boy from a distance, like, yo, come save your brother. I want to rap. I'm not sure. I'm not confident. Niggas want a solo album, but I don't even know if I can give people a whole body of work. That's a solo. I'm confused. I'm conflicted, and I need help. Andre 3 Stacks needs intervention from the Dungeon family. Go save that man, and smack the flu out of his fucking hand, because we don't want that shit.
But he said it. He said, "Big Boy, pause, knows what gets me going." You know, so knows
You're
what
not pausing
inspires
Big
me.
Boy name, bro.
No, I'm not. I'm pausing that gets me going.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying, he said word for word, Big Boy knows what gets me going. He knows what inspires me. So if we know that, if you know that, why are you not spending more time around this man making music, bro?
Well, two things. I think one, because when the interviewer asked him, like, "Are y'all still close?" He said, "Yeah, we still close." I think to Andre, what close means is different than what it means for the rest of us, and probably Big Boy. You know what I mean? I think close to Andre is probably talking to him like once or twice a month. You know what I mean? Just checking in real quick. They probably don't. I don't see them hanging out. I don't see them going to fucking Waffle House or whatever the fuck. I don't see them, going for drinks or whatever. Like, I don't think they're close. But to Andre, like, he feels it inside of him. He probably think, yeah, that's my brother. But like, in reality, in the real world, they're probably not hanging out too tough. The second thing I want to say is that I think this is the exact reason why Andre decided to go over there to that guy, to this old white boomer, to do this interview, instead of coming to, shout out to 2T's, to a hip hop journalist, because I think it's less pressure that way. Like us, we would have hit with more hard-hitting questions, or we would have put a little bit more pressure or more sauce on the questions. Like, yo, so the streets is they asking, like, when's that album coming? Are you ever gonna do it? Like, he didn't want to feel all that. He didn't want to feel all that pressure. So he went over there where he was gonna be, a little bit more with the softball questions, a little bit more gentle with it. You know what I mean? So that's why he decided to go over there. So now, like, it's all coming to full view for me now. Why he decided to go over there for this interview and not come to some hip hop journalist. You know what I mean? Because we would have asked him like the real questions. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. And you know what? He don't have a good enough answer for those platforms. Because imagine, let's say hypothetically, he goes to like a Drink Champs, and Nori's asking him that, and he gives those same answers. No, come on, dude.
We wouldn't accept
plenty
that.
of pushback.
We would not accept that. You know what I mean?
Say what we want about Charlamagne, but Charlamagne wouldn't have let him leave that studio without a proper answer. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we you know what I'm saying? You put it in its right perspective. I didn't even look at it that way. He needed a safe space to get his true thoughts off without the pushback of hip hop. Because hip hop by nature is still an aggressive culture. Right. We just not accepting certain things. That's just how we are as a culture, regardless of region. You're not getting up out of here with them type of answers. But if you go to a safe guy, a boomer as you call it, he's gonna look at it as being a good interviewer and not trying to force the interviewee into a corner. He's gonna let him speak his truth and move on, which is not a bad thing, nevertheless. But still,
I mean, he tried because when he said, "Do you ever think there'll be?" When the white dude asked him, "You ever think there'll be another OutKast album?" He was like, "You know what I'm saying? In my heart, I want to make it." And the white dude said, "You do?" Like, it was shocked too, bro. Right. And there was another thing when he asked, has Big Boy reached out to you about it? And he said, no, he hasn't. I'm like, that's telling too, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something to that too. For him to never ask for us to get back in the studio, we know you're the eccentric wild nigga out the group. You know what I'm saying? Big Boy strikes me as the grounded dude. So to say, like, he never said, yo, pull up on us, man. Let's do this again. Pull up to the dungeon. Let's vibe out. Like, that's shocking. That says a lot to me, bro. A lot.
And now we got Macito making his grand appearance. We told the people we didn't know if he'd make it or not, but you made it.
He's on deck.
Before we go on to the next side, we just spent the last few minutes talking about Andre 3000. The general premise is 3 Stacks wants to rap again, right? You saw what he said in the interview. You saw he's been going all over the place. The general idea is, Sincere has kind of nailed it. He did that interview because with that particular platform because he didn't want any pushback from hip hop. As far as a hip hop interviewer being like, "Come on, 3 Stacks, why you moving like that?"
Mhm.
I said that he needs to be around some niggas. Deanie said he's a flat out flip flop. What does Macito have to say about this?
Sounds like the Rap Roundtable was on the money because I agree with all of those assessments, honestly. At the end of the day, when it comes to Andre, I don't know. He's such an indecisive dude. It's hard to really be like, I feel like he feels this way because he don't even seem like he's sure about it. Very Kanye-esque, you know what I mean? So, I think I feel closest to what Sin is feeling, where it's like he's just trying to cover his tracks. He's seen the pushback. You know what I mean? I get that the 24K was a lot more than some, a bunch of rappers, but it wasn't like some, 350 first week type shit.
It wasn't Nicki numbers.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, you know what I mean? The barbs didn't pop out for Andre Benjamin. You know what I mean? But, I think he's just playing with us, man. Like, he's not putting out a rap album. When I saw this, I almost threw my phone on the ground, like, not again, man. Why won't he just, if you're gonna do it, then do it. But this whole alluding to, I might do it, I would love it, you know what I mean? I'm sure Big Boy was really pissed, because I'm sure Big Boy would have liked to do something in the last, 15 years with this dude. So, I hate to be, because I was super harsh on him, last lunch hour. I hate to, continue that trend, but honestly, nothing that he says is to be taken seriously. You know what I'm saying? When it happens, it happens. We didn't even think, Fluke Carter Holy Grail was dropping until it actually did. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe anything this guy says. If you're gonna put out a rap album, you know what I mean? I guess I'll be shocked if it ever happens.
Shit, I'll say it like this. We set it off wax, I'm gonna put it on wax. And these are all, this is first team all sincere, by the way. Kanye, 3 Stacks, Kendrick, these fucking miserable ass, confusing ass Geminis, taking long breaks, posting albums, taking them back down, playing flutes, wants to rap, doesn't want to rap, doesn't know who the fuck they want to be. Keep all these fucking Geminis out of rap. That's where I'm at right now.
Listen, don't drag Kendrick into this. He gave us now.
Man.
He said he's an old school Gemini. He in it.
He did say that.
He did.
Yeah, sure did.
He did, man. At least we got the album, bro.
Barely. Alright, see, that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah. I'm staying clear.
Follow the Rap Roundtable on social media. Again, get us on Instagram, get us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. Each platform has a different side of the Rap Roundtable. It's not just YouTube. You want to get kind of like a behind the scenes look at who we are, go to our Instagram and get some clips. Or mostly, a lot of times you get to see us when we outside, when we go to these events, when we're around certain artists who may end up on the show. Go to the Instagram. The Twitter's when we drop the clips, we let off some takes. And if you don't like our Twitter, go Sincere's Twitter is even hotter than ours. Tap in with Sincere Beats on Twitter. And of course, Facebook, it's still Facebook. Just like us there, help us bring all the brands together. Yeah, it's Facebook.
Get in tune with the Rap Roundtable.
But before we get into the next segment, a quick little tangent. Nicki Minaj, Pink Friday 2 is out. Numbers looking like 200K first week.
Yeah.
She's going on Cenat's platform. She's shaking a little ass. She's having a Trinidadian build because apparently Cenat is a Trini as well. So there was a whole little vibe and build for the rollout. Everything is a rollout, as Sid always says. I get really salty now seeing everyone else say everything is a rollout. Because the first person that I heard say it was Sin. I didn't hear it as his whole sentence until Sincere said it. Now I'm going on Twitter, I'm seeing everything is a rollout. Give us our fucking PC. So in the midst of all this good energy, a New York rapper does 200. I'm just saying it's been a decent year for New York and rap. Y'all say we dead, but Nicki just did 200.
Doing more than just podcasting, huh?
2 T's. I mean, and she has a podcast as well. Shout out Queen Radio.
Facts.
2 T's seems like he got in his feelings. He retweets the Kai Cenat situation and puts hip hop journalism with a period. Nicki Minaj empties the clip, something about Jay-Z, something. I'm gonna pass it to Sin because I don't want to dominate this little segment. what was that about Jay-Z? I don't like something about
Hey,
I don't know.
If two T's could get a certain Jay-Z
The local celeb
body part out of his mouth for long enough to understand what's really going on out here. Listen, I'm split on this because part of me does feel the way that two T's feels because you know what I mean, like we getting up there in age, you know what I mean, we older heads. But honestly, if I'm trying to be objective and I don't want to get in my old head feelings, we got to understand that like the game is the game, and whatever platforms have emerged out there, by whatever means they've emerged through, once the platforms are there, and there's enough eyes and ears to watch and listen to these platforms to where it seems like it's going to be beneficial to the artists to be on these platforms, then the artists are going to be on those platforms. Like, it's simple mathematics. You know what I mean? Shouts to the mighty Mos Def, Yasin Bey. It's basic math, bro. Like Kai Cenat, like I'm not gonna front like I'm watching Kai Cenat. I barely knew who Kai Cenat was, like, a couple months ago. But like at this point, if the name got to me, then that means the name is humongous. You know what I mean? And so like if the platform is there, the artist needs to take advantage of however many platforms are there so that they can promote their material and get it to as many eyes and ears as possible, especially if it's a platform that is geared towards the younger demographic. Let's keep it a buck. You know what I mean? Like older heads, for as much as we want to express our rage, we're not supporting music the way that these 20, 25-year-olds are supporting music. You know what I mean? So like if there's 20, 25-year-olds that are watching that Kai Cenat show for whatever reason, we don't have to understand it. They understand it. They're the ones watching it. And if Nicki just dropped a new album, or whoever the fuck just dropped a new album, they're gonna be like, yo, let me try to get it on this Kai Cenat show. If he's fucking with me, if it's beneficial to both of us, and let the numbers number. You know what I mean? It's basic mathematics, man.
Respectfully, do you need a balance? What are your thoughts on two T's and people in general being salty at these younger platforms having these artists come on and they feel like it's not necessarily hip hop journalism?
Well, as far as I gotta speak specifically on Kai Cenat, bro, is like the most peaceful nigga in the world. Shout out to Big Bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't Google Kai Cenat and see him.
Are you from the town?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know much about this kid. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? So you look at that, like even us, we've smoked a lot of niggas. So niggas might put our names and their names together. Oh, these niggas done smoked me. I ain't fucking with them niggas. But Kai Cenat's not like, he just had Offset on this shit not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? But even though with that, Nicki still pull up in this love because he's not on that type of time, which is like, he's in that sweet spot where it's perfect to be. So it makes sense why people will go see him. And he has a lot of eyeballs on him. You see what he did to what supposedly he did to the city when he said I'm gonna be on 14th. Yo, bro, the free world shut down. Niggas couldn't even.
Matter of fact, that's the moment that I knew who he was.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? So the free world's following this kid. So it makes sense that any artist that's trying to promote, especially to that demographic, pull up to that type of spot. You know what I'm saying? It's like perfect. It's like being a hooper pulling up to Stephen A, my nigga. And he gonna support you. He gonna do it right. Who sent it? Was it you that sent the video, Job? When he first premiered this shit with Uzi? Well, with Nicki Minaj and Uzi?
Yes, that was me.
Like, keep it a buck, bro. The song was dope enough, but his enjoyment to the song is what made this shit even catchy to me. You know what I'm saying? Little things like that matter. He's a very entertaining dude, so he's gonna get the scoop.
That's a fact. Say what you will, but his impact and his popularity right now with the youth, that kind of makes Kai Cenat a tastemaker. You go to him to break your record because he has a whole built-in audience. Going back to what we said earlier about the Rome Streets interview, when you're serving a particular audience as built-in, the goal is if she's going to him, it's because she expects his audience to pop out. Mace, what do you have to add to this topic?
Y'all are right on the money, and I think it's difficult. I hate to see, and I've said this multiple times, but I just hate to see niggas in my generation become the old niggas that they hated. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with her going to see Kai? I'm gonna be honest with you. Kai Cenat dominates his, space of the internet more than any OG old nigga does in their part. Kai Cenat is bigger to the kids than Charlemagne is to us, than Academics is to us, than 2T's is to us. Any of them niggas. To be honest with you, the numbers speak
Drake
for themselves.
said it himself in the rap. The streaming niggas is killing.
The numbers speak for themselves. You know what I mean? So it's like, just like you say, Job, you gotta, not to mention, they've carried this relationship for a while. Like, if you've paid attention for going back a year, every time Nicki drops something, Kai Cenat do a reaction video. He go crazy. He go live with it. Like, this has actually been a thing building up to when is Nicki going to see Kai Cenat? You know what I mean? So it's like, Elliot, if you was ignoring Nicki Minaj during the off season, that might be your fault, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you was on that Cardi train, maybe, you know what I mean? You know how these rappers are. They carry the grudges. And it's not. Don't
forget.
Real quick. Sorry to cut you off, Mace. But 2T's was real quick to go back on Twitter and be like, all right, Nicki is the greatest and the best.
Right.
All of a sudden.
Real quick. 2T's was on the Cardi train, so he wasn't even plugged in to see how Nicki was moving. So of course he's confused if she goes to Kai Cenat's platform.
Bro,
come on. So it's like, if you treated her a certain way, and now it's not the old days where it's Hot 97's 105 is nothing. You know what I mean? It's Source or it's Vibe or it's nothing. There's so many big platforms you can go to that you say, fuck these niggas. I'm going to Gillian Wallow. I'm going to Drink Champs. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to Joe Budden, and I'm not fucking with these niggas who was shitting on me when I had issues. You know what I mean? So it's
they all have a big enough following to something's gonna go viral.
Something's gonna go viral. You know what I'm saying? It's not a two-team town anymore. You feel what I'm saying?
All these platforms have their own ecosystem. We learned that through academics. We thought, all right, share this, yay. We didn't realize that there's a whole ecosystem of bloggers within that sphere. You go on, like you said, you go on Gillian Wallow. There's a whole sphere that follow him. They're gonna reshare all his shit. You go to Kai Cenat, we see how Shade Room immediately picked it up, and then it did what it was supposed to. And then once you get from Kai to Shade Room, that's gonna go all over. It's gonna go crazy. All these Joe Budden the same way. Joe Budden say something crazy about a certain artist, automatic it's gonna trend. It's gonna go through the ecosystem. So 2T's, maybe you need to smarten up and open the market up. I'm just saying.
Listen,
you know what I mean? But 50 Cent and Rick Ross, speaking about markets and getting smart and money and just general testosterone and braggadociousness, warfare. These two guys, at this point, fellas, I'm starting to think, not on no sexual vibes, but I feel like they might genuinely like each other and would like to be friends. At this point. I think they want to be friends because it's like at this point it's like y'all doing too much. But Maxito,
too much tension.
That's why I said nothing sexual. I mean, like I think there's a low key. I think there's a true admiration of each other's hustle somewhere within all of the faux disdain that we see on the internet. But Macito, can you give us a quick background check on this whole thing with 50 and Rick Ross? How did we end up back here in 2023?
How do we end up back here? Listen, at the end of the day, you're right. They admire each other, and it's also because they're the same type of nigga, right? They the same exact nigga. You know what I mean? That's why it never seems like anybody is really winning at any specific point. Now, what happened was during the promotion of the new Meek and Ross album, they were doing their, press run themselves. They went to Complex to do the GOAT talk with our guy Speedy Mormon. And basically, they got to talking about it, and Speedy asked him, would you and 50 ever be cool again? And Ross did his Ross thing. You know what I mean? He made 50 seem broke. He made it seem like, why would I even want to talk to this guy? He made him seem like he was above him. Now 50 is on the final lap, so I think he's in the international leg. you know, somewhere in Dubai or some shit, you know, 50 get G Unit can still get them international shows, you know what I mean?
dig?
So, like crazy. Rome was talking to us about the international game. Go check that interview out when you get a chance. But you know, so 50 didn't really go in on him at first. You know what I mean? Ross was trying to, you know, Ross had about 3 or 4 moments where he was trying to get at him. But once them first week numbers came out, you know, 50, the sound scaring king once upon a time, had to make fun of the numbers. That's where we got the fabulous comment we talked about not too long ago about
on the same episode with Rome Streets.
Hey, go. That sound like a fire episode, man. Y'all might have to run that back. So you know, basically, they at this point they're going back and forth. I don't remember the exact quotes. Y'all can go check those out. But at this point, it's the 50 Cent and the Rick Ross war words again. Ross is calling 50 broke. 50 is saying Ross ain't shit. You know what I mean? How do we get back here again? Jarv, I don't think we ever left this place. That's the problem with these two guys. You know what I mean? Like, just like you say, they admire each other, but at the same time, they're the same type of nigga that each other would hate. You know what I mean? 50 can't be around 50. You know what I mean? Ross can't be around Ross. You know what I mean? So that's why, you know, that
real shit.
That's why this war of words is still going on. You got people, you know, bringing up the old curly, you know, shit where 50 was going viral back in the day. You know what I mean? Which brought us to the Ross run, because let's not forget, the 50 beef is what really, after that is where Ross really took off. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Deeper Than Rap, Teflon Don, Rich Forever, the MMG era, you know what I mean? So at that point, it might have looked like, you know, Ross won, but then 50 came out with sex tapes from you know, Rick Ross's baby mama. This shit is endless. We can spend the whole episode talking about what these niggas going back and forth. But
didn't he have Rose's son with Floyd?
Yeah,
he did, man. He did. The same one. Listen, yeah, man. 50 lost the lawsuit for the for you know the porn shit, the revenge porn shit. That's when 50 filed for bankruptcy originally. This shit, you know what I mean? These two been going back and forth. Ross was the one who originally revealed that 50 was only getting paid, I think, $15,000 per episode on the Power when Power was on Stars. So these, you know what I mean? Like these two, like, listen, man, these two been going at it. It ain't, you know, I don't see it ended anytime soon. Like neither of these two, 50 still beefing with Ja, bro. Like, you know what I mean? What does Ja Rule have to think about this, man?
Yo, Dini, man, jump in here, bro.
I think 50 just recognizes his superpower is that he needs a arch nemesis, bro. Like it's always been his shtick. Like pause. Like Ja, even when Kanye was going at it, him and 50. I mean, not him and Hove. I mean, it's always the next level guy, the guy that's on the same level or just right above, and he's either trying to maneuver into that spot or just totally crush the nigga that's in the same spot. That's been 50's thing. Like, it's, to allude to what May said, it's like the two cool niggas in the high school. I gotta be the coolest nigga. I got a nigga that's equally as cool. I gotta snuff him out so I can be the coolest nigga kind of thing, you know? But, I mean, now we talking about contracts. He's dragging niggas into the fray. Talking about Young Buck selling, because Young Buck owed 50 bread, so he trying to sell his contract. So Rick Ross says, I got 750 for Buck contract. What he said, Lloyd Banks contract can't be any more worth than that. His catalog. So I give you another 750. So that's 150. He was like, you know what? If I beg for mercy, I want that too. I'll give you 500K for that. And he said, just throw in Tony Yayo. He was talking spicy, bro. He said, I give you $2 million. I need all those catalogs. Like it's very entertaining. But if this was like if outside of hip hop, this would be some shit where niggas would have got ready, bro. These niggas are talking too crazy to each other. I hope they keep it hip hop. I would love to see that. But that's been 50's vibe like since day one, bro. He stepped in. He always had his foot on somebody's neck since day one, and he hasn't let up yet. Puff still going through it. Every time something new pop out about Puff, 50's on his head. Pause.
Did he do it?
While bigging up the shit. What's the shit? The little champagne at the bottom of the tag. He's 50's. And you heard when Charlamagne called him diabolical, then that became like a thing. That nigga not diabolical. It just like it's just.
While we on that, y'all heard Cassie and Ryan Leslie trying to come back out. Yeah, right.
It's about damn time.
She about to go on tour supposedly.
I did hear that, man.
Listen to me.
Oh man,
I know Cassie had enough music to go on tour.
Tim, before you go in, I just want to say, Ryan Leslie was about to be one of them ones. To
He
me,
was.
like he was gonna be that guy who was gonna like. Remember saying a few weeks ago talking about the R&B and hip hop or rap, I should say, relationship.
Yeah.
He was gonna be that guy that bridged that gap that we didn't know we missed until we didn't have it anymore.
Right.
He was on that run. I still think about the joint he did with Fabulous and Cassie. That's a bang.
Yeah.
Ryan Leslie had
Addiction.
bangers, and
Yeah.
low-key he was gonna bring East Coast rap back on the low because he had his sonics was tailor made for the New York niggas of that time. Whereas you can still get saucy and still get lyrical at the same time. He was gonna be that nigga, and he lost the fucking laptop.
Nothing was
been mad ever since.
He tried to swindle niggas. That's what happened, bro. That was karma. You know what I'm saying?
So you made my day with that one, sis. Because I was really Ryan Leslie, musically talented.
Yeah, he had what's the Diamond Girl with 50 and Kanye was crazy. That was
that went.
You know what I'm saying?
He might have been in 2000.
Jamie Foxx,
RZA had the flood. He was never the same after the flood, man. And Ryan Leslie had.
He did
his laptop.
I mean,
the karma for the laptop, bro. That's what it was.
He didn't have no cars blow up in his driveway neither.
Yeah.
Oh, that's somebody else. My bad.
No, because he
that was before Diddy.
He let Cassie go.
Yeah.
He willingly let Cassie go.
That road, bro. Like, goddamn.
Willingly? No one will know.
What's your thoughts on 50 and Rose? We gotta get back on point. We're not talking about the cars.
Listen, look, I get it. I think they're both playing it up, but my brother's already covered pretty much everything there is to cover about this. But me personally, I just wish if they are going to play it up and they're going to have these war of words to generate interest and to generate buzz, be more creative about it. Neither one of these motherfuckers can call the other one broke. Like, come on, man. Like, these are two of the richest motherfuckers in hip hop. Like they both got bread. They got stacks, bro. Like
entrepreneurs, man.
Like y'all gotta come up with something else. Dig a little deeper. You know what I mean? Do a little bit more research. You know what I mean? Do like if you really want to bury the other guy, like you gotta do your Pusha T on, get your Pusha T on, have a surgical summer and find out like a hidden fucking baby that they got. I don't know, something.
It's possible.
Yeah, it's possible. But like for one to call the other, keep calling the other one broke and go back and forth like that, like who got more money? Like y'all both rich as fuck. Find something else.
Yo, for me, I just look at it as like this: great competition, it's great banter, but where the music at? At this point, trade some bars or do a record, do something for the culture because it's posturing now. We know what y'all gonna do. We know what like you said, you can't call nobody broke. It's just gonna be insults about low-key who's richer than who. And I saw a little rhetoric on the internet about who had the better career and all this and that. Yeah, Rose might have put out more albums and he might have more critically acclaimed. But don't ever in your life compare these two careers. 50 could have stopped after the second album and Rose still couldn't touch 50 Cent. All right? Rose can't go overseas and have sold out arenas.
It's crazy.
Stadiums. No in the world. No, he can't. Nah. Rose can't.
I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
I'm agreeing with you. Yeah.
50 drop an album right now with the energy that he's put out over the last, I'll say 2 to 3 years. He's even with the streaming and the rig streaming situation, he's gonna outperform Rick Ross. When it comes to rap, there's no conversation that can be had outside of critical acclaim where you can even think about saying that Rick Ross's impact exceeds 50 Cent. So, trolling aside, get on the court, put some music out, or leave us alone because it's old hat now. Because to me they just become an IG skits. It's just like, all right, this the latest IG skit with Rose, latest IG skit with 50. We gonna make fun of each other. We gonna move on, and that's that. And then once both of them are out of the news cycle, we won't talk about it. Like 50 just opened a whole new G Unit studio in Louisiana. Let's talk about that. Let's focus on the fact that 50 Cent, the entrepreneur, eat 15,000 aside from power, whatever. 50 Cent, the entrepreneur, is still making waves in 2023. How much times we gonna talk about the lemon pepper situation? You know what I mean? I need albums. I need albums now.
Music.
I'm not rich. I don't give a fuck about y'all money.
Honestly.
Where the music at?
Good albums. Let's say good albums.
Who got
good
the
albums?
That's where
overall
I'm at with
discography though? That might be the conversation.
Rose
I'll
got it.
probably get that to Ross.
Rose, as I said, critical acclaim is the only argument Rose has over 50. That's it. And even still, does Rose have a Get Rich or Die Trying in this catalog?
Hell no.
Nah.
Hell no.
The argument's placed.
Teflon Don is a classic though, but it's not Get Rich.
It's not Get Rich.
There you go. Again, make sure you hit that like button. We need 300 likes. We need you to go back and watch that Rose Streets interview. Stop playing with us. Subscribe, comment, help us remain in that algorithm, help us build the brand, build the business. We know that you love us. Be clear. We're going to keep saying that. You love us. You love the energy that we bring as a quartet. When we get some company, don't act brand new when the company come around. Make them feel welcome. You know what I'm saying? But listen, fellas, before we get into the last segment, we kind of loosely talked about exploding cars a few minutes ago. Puff Daddy, 18 companies have stepped away from Puff. Then we follow that up with recently, Hulu is now getting out of the Puff Daddy business. He's becoming excommunicado. The cancellation of Puff Daddy is getting crazy out here. You know what I mean? Sincere, is it over? Let it go still?
It's to the point. I'm wondering if he was about to buy BET or something, man. Or
NBC.
Or one of them,
NBC.
man. God damn. It's not looking good out here for Puff, man. I don't want to wish over on him, but it's looking. You know what? And look, I gotta watch what I say out here because, like, again, look, I'm not the biggest Puffy fan per se. It like the person Puffy, the artist Puffy. You know what I mean? Like he's done a lot of fuck shit over the years, but I always tied Puff to the Bad Boy era and everyone that came through that Bad Boy pipeline. You know what I mean? Starting with Mary and Jodeci. He had, hands in Heavy D. Pause. Sorry. Pause. And so, Craig Mack, and this is all before even Big and Mace and the Lox and 112 and Faith Evans and all that. Like, it was early, you know what I mean? So there's emotional ties to that, you know what I mean? Like for me, music is not just entertainment. Like I have an emotional ties to the music
culture, bro.
But yeah, I mean, if it is true what they're saying, all these allegations, then yeah, man, it might be over for the boy, you know what I mean? And it might be, case closed, you know what I mean? Like not grand opening, but like it might be grand closing for him, you know what I mean?
Sheesh. You know what? I'll jump in here and I'll say, I hate to do it because I love Puff, but as rich as Puff is, and I would say he's in the wealthy tier, there was always people even above him in the wealth stratosphere, right? And I think now that's coming to roost as far as, all right, you did that. And like we said the last time we discussed Puff, he's getting into that dangerous space called bad money. And when you become bad money, the powers that be who are even above you, they start scaling back. Like, all right, bro, we can't get next to you. You're making it hot. You're making us look crazy. Get up out of here. So I'm not going to say stick a fork in him, but he's seasoned, he's marinated, and the skillet is warming up for him to be on that pan. That's what I'm at. I'm not going to say he's fully cooked, but that boy is seasoned. Deanie, what you got to say?
I mean, the last time we talked about this, man, I had him bouncing back, man. But like, they definitely put the garlic, rosemary, and the thyme with the butter in the pan, bro. It's they definitely basting. 18 streams of income snatched away. I mean, would fuck up anybody. I mean, most people would even survive that. So it's I'd say it's close, bro. It's close. The thing I didn't realize is that the Cassie thing, that since she did that as an employee, that money didn't come out of Puff pocket. That was insurance that had to pay that money out to Cassie. So Puff didn't lose no 100 mil. That was the insurance that paid that. So he still
How did it go from 30 to 100?
That's the only thing she was asking for was 30. This is all in the documents.
Okay.
She wanted 30, and then they settled on some undisclosed amount. I'm assuming they gave her a bag, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is the go away, you're done bag.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's looking shaky. You know, I always say if the nigga Puff has survived the allegations that he Pac, I mean, you survived that. You survived a lot of shit, bro. But this is looking really bad, and it's looking really bad, really fast. Like right now, it's 18 streams. Like by next week, shit could be 30. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Every day this shit plays out, it's getting more rougher. It hasn't gotten better for that man yet. So I don't know. I might be. Yeah, well done. It's looking like it.
Mesito.
Yeah, he's cooked, man. Like, and amongst the 18 companies that dropped them, the most important to me was Universal Motown. The recently released Love album, they didn't even ask for no money. They completely reverted rights to the album back to them. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And if the music game ain't even fucking with Puff, then you know what I mean. That's how he get the popularity for the liquor and the clothes and the, you know what I mean, the revolt in the reality shows. Listen, man. Some shit happens. Shit happens, man. Like Puff, like, you know, it's not. I said it before. There's nobody coming out and saying, like, you know what I mean. They doing my guy wrong. You know what I'm saying? And you can't say it's because they scared, because niggas was defending Kanye, bro. You know what I'm saying? Against somebody more powerful. You feel what I'm saying?
I think it's more than just that, man. I think people legitimately hate. I think there's niggas that truly hate Puff, bro, because of all the financial shit.
Or maybe it's because of the way he acted. You know what I'm saying?
Mean,
like
that definitely too.
That's another thing.
You seen Daz come out saying why Snoop not defending Puff?
Hey, listen. Listen.
You feel
me? You feel me? That's the thing. When shit happens to Jay-Z, we go and we ask, you know, Meth Bleak, and we ask the Young Guns, and we ask, you know, we ask them niggas. When shit happens to Nas, we go see what Jungle feel about it. You know what I'm saying? We go see how QB feel about it. We can't ask Black Rob. We can't ask Biggie. We can't ask Kim Porter. You know what I'm saying? So maybe, you know, Puff don't have no more people that's there to ride for him. So at the end of the day, a lot of times where you end up is where you deserve. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to go around and feel bad for him, bro.
Burned every last bridge he had, bro.
Hey,
you know what I mean? But listen, again, hit the like button, run it up. Last topic before we get out of here, because we know you got jobs and we don't want you to get fired. But we had to catch up. We ain't tap in Monday, so we want to make sure we covered all our bases.
We had to.
KRS-One skipped out on the Grammy Hip Hop 50 celebration. The general argument is the Grammys generally have snubbed. His argument, that is, the Grammys have snubbed hip hop countless times over the years. So why should he now pop out for their hip hop celebration since the Grammys now want to celebrate hip hop in year 50? Now, I see the logic. You know, this is an OG. This is one of the most legendary OGs in rap. So I want to be careful with how I talk, because to me, like, people like him don't deserve any kind of disrespect. I see the logic, but at the same time, I feel like this is a little petty. You know what I mean? Because you know what? To me, Hip Hop 50, much like how we got after a multitude of people recently, Jay-Z and 3 Stacks, Hip Hop 50 is supposed to have a meaning bigger than any individual. It's about our culture lasting the test of time. Multiple times, people who were in higher power tried to get it up out of here, the broken CDs, trying to like sabotage rap groups in the late 80s. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't gotta call no names. So I feel like with the power, the impact, and the fact that this white ass channel was trying to give the platform on the 50s year, they had enough wherewithal to understand the importance of Hip Hop 50. You should have got on that stage. That's where I'm at with that. I understand where he's coming from, but I disagree. To sit a rap snob, how do you see it?
I'm kind of split 50-50 on this one. Yeah. Honestly, because like on the one hand, I definitely see what he's saying. He was a little hyperbolic about what he was saying though, because he was saying like, yo, why am I going to go on a platform or support a platform or accept an invitation from a platform that's been ignoring hip hop for 50 years and ignoring and not quite properly representing are two different things. You know what I mean?
Accent.
They haven't been ignoring hip hop. They're like they have categories. They have best rap album, best rap song collaboration, best rap song and this has been since '88. I believe '88. I think Fresh Prince, DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince won the first rap Grammy. So 73 to 88. That's 15 years, right? So 15 years in, like if this was in '88, I could see what he's saying. But this is 2023. You know what I mean? They now, if you feel like they're not properly representing hip hop, that's another story. You know what I mean? But yeah, I the other side of it is I kind of see like, why are you gonna wait till year 50 to like really properly represent the culture and give me a call? Y'all have never called me before. But then also when you start thinking about that, is like, is this about hip hop or is this a personal thing? So it's there's a lot of layers here that we kind of have to dig through. I feel that some of it is personal. I feel like some of it is like, yo, y'all haven't called me, this entire time. Now y'all want to call me, you know what I mean? Because to him, he is hip hop. He is the embodiment and personification of hip hop. And you know what I mean? Like, I kind of get it, but like, bro, it's been like mad years. Like, hip hop has moved on. But anyway, yeah, it's a very mixed bag for me. It's a lot of layers, but like, I'm very split on this. But on if I have to make a verdict, I would also lean towards just touch that stage, bro. Touch that stage and represent hip hop. If you are hip hop, represent hip hop and touch that stage.
It's a fact, and maybe on that stage, get your shit off then.
Right.
It shouldn't have took 50 years. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nacita, what you got to say, man?
Listen, I just like y'all, I want to show much respect to Chris, man, the Blast Master, like one of the true legends of the game. You know what I mean? Like in multiple aspects. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm shitting on KRS, but he's completely wrong here, man. I'm gonna be honest. And I don't want to. Like, he did make the Nas Hip Hop 50 show, so it's not like he said fuck all hip hop 50s.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when it comes to this, it's like it's more of a historical landmark than anything, because in 150 years, when they think about the 50th year, you know what I mean? It'd be dope to have KRS on that stage. You know what I'm saying? Amongst his peers and the youngins, and to move to another portion of what he said during that interview. He also mentioned that, and this kind of got me tight a little bit, that shit now is not hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, I just mentioned it in one of the last segments. It's like, yo, KRS, you don't remember when the Anita Bakers and the Stevie Wonders and the likes said that about you, that you wasn't really music? You know what I'm saying? So I hate to see an OG like Chris say, you know what I mean? Because listen, you know what I mean? I get it. You know what I mean? Glorilla is not really, hip hop. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it would be cool to see Glorilla and KRS maybe have that conversation, you know what I mean, at Hip Hop 50 at the Grammys. And it's like, the shit that KRS, the shit that you think is hip hop didn't end after, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit. It's a lot of modern shit that kids now completely think is hip hop. You know what I mean? That are completely shaping the minds.
Something to support your point. Based on the OG's perspective of what hip hop is, hip hop hasn't been hip hop longer than hip hop has been hip hop. Based on
honestly, yeah, right. The four elements, right? So it's like, I was a little disappointed to see KRS seeming like, the old guy in the room, like, you know what I mean? They you know what I mean? They never gave it to me, so why would I even want to go now? You know what I mean? I even felt that way about MC Hammer, you know what I mean? Bury all that shit, man. It's Hip Hop 50. It's about, and this is even when we started to talk about guys like Jay and Kanye and Drake not, you know what I mean, really acknowledging Hip Hop 50. Like it's bigger than y'all. It's bigger than any one person. You know what I'm saying? There's no one rapper that's bigger than the whole thing. You know what I mean? Name them all, bro. So it's like I was disappointed just to see KRS seem like the old curmudgeon, the old, you know, they never respected me. So you know what I mean? Like I don't like that energy. You know what I mean? I feel like
overly self-righteous.
I feel like he could have did a lot more by, like Job saying, showing up and speaking his piece, or showing up and letting the young generation see. You feel like you hip hop, let the young generation see that. Let them hear the knowledge. Let them see what type of stage presence you have. You know what I'm saying? So I was disappointed by it on multiple fronts, to be honest with you.
If I could just add one more thing, like there's no better way to show, and like if that's how you really feel, there's no better way to show all the younger artists and the audience what the fuck hip hop is, other than to hit that stage and do what the fuck you do, KRS. Because I've seen you live twice this year, and at this age, and for you to still be able to touch that stage and give that energy and move the crowd the way that you do as a true MC, be the example. You know what I mean? Don't do that. Don't back out and be like, I'm not even gonna, show them. Like, show them, bro.
Show them. And an example of that, Sid, is, I know everybody's probably seen it. The Will Smith BET performance is going viral. You know what I mean? Because back in them days, you had to have stage presence.
Bro, that was at the same show.
That was the same show. Nigga. Listen, so it's like, you know what I mean? Like, imagine if that was KRS going viral, and all the young Twitter dudes and the TikTok dudes saying like, "Yo, who the fuck is that just bodied everything?" You know what I mean? But Dean, I keep cutting you off, Dean.
Y'all summarized it perfectly, man. A huge missed opportunity. Like, the thing I was thinking was kind of like the 150 years thing in the future. I wasn't thinking that far, that's what I'm thinking. Like, as far as like for 10 years from now, 25 years from now, like I don't know if KRS gonna be able to kill a stage in 25 years the way he did, like, you know what I'm saying, on the Hip Hop 50 stage at the Nas joint. But it's a missed opportunity. I feel like he said something about if they was to ask us on like the 47th year, the 48th year, I'm like, so they still would have curved you, bro, for 47 joints, and then had you come through the last 3, and I would have made this last one a little more crispy. It would have had. You know what I'm saying? It would have been the same shit, bro. So for all that, you know what I'm saying, do us a service. The great LL Cool J asked you to do it too. It wasn't like they had some hey, what's going on? Yeah, we want you to come pull up and do it. It wasn't like that, bro. LL hollered at him and said, yo.
Wait.
Can I call you KRS?
It wasn't an old guy.
Hey, Curse. We want Curse one. Pull up on us.
It wasn't the interview from the 100,000
It wasn't that, bro. You know what I'm saying? The legendary LL. We all make fun of LL for whatever, but say what you want. LL Cool J is a certified, no question legend in the game of hip hop, bro.
Can I be devil's advocate?
Jump in.
Maybe Chris ain't listen to LL because LL worked for CBS, nigga, NCIS and all
shit.
that. So they said they boy to come at you.
You played a cop in too many shows. We don't trust you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it was like y'all called it, man, for that new generation of kids that's maybe like, I give you like 15 to like 19, just say, let's tap into the Grammy so we can see our favorite artists. And then you see the Blast Master literally black out on the stage, maybe even have the best performance of the night. You know what I'm saying? That would have been huge for the culture, bro. That shit might even, maybe for all we know, I can't guarantee it, but maybe some of those youngers would say, yo, let's see what KRS was like back in the days. They always talk about him in the old days as the pinnacle of hip hop. He was the true nigga. Go back and listen, get your streams up type shit. I just feel like you missed a crazy opportunity. Number 2, did this nigga just perform for the cops, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, I mean, let's get to the beat. What we doing? What we doing here, bro? Like, come on.
I don't know if he performed for the cops.
It was a police event when he performed not too long ago, wasn't it?
No, he did. I seen the performance.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah,
you could have did that, bro. You look crazy saying you couldn't have done this, bro. But I digress.
Did he perform side of the police?
Yo, bro. We just the way we pick and choose our stances
man.
sometimes as humans
I
is
said
crazy.
it wasn't gonna be
Nah,
disrespectful.
that's facts, Steve.
Oh,
That's facts.
man.
We really like.
Come
Sometimes
on,
we pick certain
Blastmaster.
battles.
Dude,
We
man.
stand on
KRS
business for the wrong business sometimes, man.
Big Bronx,
Performing
man.
for Babylon, bro.
If you could have did that, you could have
That's
put on for the
crazy.
Grammys
Wow.
at the 50th.
Oh man, didn't Mayor Adams put that medal around his neck like Dame Dash in his prime? Man? Oh man,
You had to get knighted in, man.
Listen, man.
Damn it.
Wow. Listen.
Yo, Copperfella Records.
Hey,
Yo.
Don't know. That's
Yo,
Nasty.
wow.
sorry, Chris.
I'm
we love you
stumped.
though.
But listen, hit that like button.
Forever love you, brother.
Subscribe. Run the comments up. You know what I'm saying? Do what y'all do. Again, when you leave here, if you don't have time to watch it, hit the watch later option. Tap in with that Rome Streets interview. Y'all missed out, and some of y'all played yourself are flat out avoiding it altogether. We're disappointed in you, but we still love you, and you can get back in our good graces by tapping in, because you missed a hell of an interview. You missed a hell of an episode. Niggas was under the weather, slogging through, flu game in that bitch. We go tap in. I lost my voice like 3 separate times in that episode, nigga. But we powered through. We done lost sin. I don't know what happened. You know what I mean?
Oh shit.
Another thing I want to say. We're looking around at the whole internet. Y'all stealing sauce. And in 2024, the Rap Roundtable is no longer standing for it. If you keep stealing our sauce and not giving us the PC, we're gonna start calling names in this podcast.
Hey. Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Name names.
You know what I'm saying? And this is not about the space. We're not talking. Don't go running in the suit, because we done piece it up. According to hip hop and the Rap Roundtables in lockstep. Fresh out in the Rap Roundtables in lockstep. Ease is in lockstep. To a further extent, Tone is in lockstep. We all in lockstep. You dig what I'm saying? But for the people out there who stealing sauce, or they watching all that film on the Rap Roundtable to get their reps in, using our platform as a way to get better at podcasting, and you're taking our bars, we're gonna really get at y'all next year. You know, because we work hard too. We put the time in. We earned our keep here. Give us our credit, or we're gonna take it. It's that simple. Didi the Balance, take us home.
Yo, we lost Sin, but he's still here. Job, the point guard. Macito, the voice of the industry. I'm Dean, the Balance of the Force. We back with the lunch hour just for y'all. Tap in. Go back to the previous shit. Go back to everything. Tap in with the game. We bringing that heat for y'all. Boom! It's the Rap Roundtable. You dig?
Copy your merch, roundtablemerch.com. You heard? Peace.
Later, y'all.